What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be recapping some of the trades that were made on the day, the goods, the bads, and that's it. All right, so nonetheless, we're finishing the day up just at about $730 in the green. So we'll go over all the trades here on BABA and a couple other tickers. We traded BABA, Pinterest, and Roku today. All right, so first trade today on BABA was just a small little trade here pre-market. Let me shrink this down a little bit and close this out. So first trade, pretty small, was just starting small size since it was pre-market. Got 25 shares here, 25 shares here, 25 shares here. Nonetheless, ended up sizing in about 75 shares. We had a nice gap on BABA. The stock was pretty bullish. I really intended to hold through the morning panic and then kind of sell into the high bounce, which I figured we would get. But anywhooser, I ended up getting shaken out as we pull back and wash out in the morning. Ended up getting shaken out. So I took the 75 shares off for a loss of about like 90 bucks or something. All right. And then after we wash out, you can see that BABA gets bought up really, really fast. We have this big kind of first down sell candle. This candle goes red and then it gets sucked up. Next candle comes down, it gets sucked up. So we're starting to provide these really nice long lower wicks on the bottom of these green candles. The buying volume is pretty much insane. So then I end up relonging 300 shares at 180.69, which is right about here, kind of the high a day price, right about there. Okay, that's where I end up getting long again. Looking for a breakout over the highs and kind of a nice long push. So we end up breaking out, up and over, then we pull back pretty aggressively. And again, the buying volume was still really nice. So I decided to take another 200 shares at 181.48, which was right here. 181.48. So now I'm long 500 shares, and we keep grinding up, looking to do this bullish pennant breakout. And we do end up breaking out, but not really getting a nice push out of that pennant. We end up breaking out and then kind of ho-humming along. So then I end up selling all those shares up here. I sold 325 shares at 182.07. Another 100 shares at 181.99, and then my last 125 shares at 181.50, resulting in close to a $400 trade at the time. All right, so it's sitting up pretty decent after that first trade on the day. And then my second trade was right here, just doing a small bounce trade, pretty much off the low a day mark. I could see we're most likely going to bounce. So I did a small long trade of just 100 shares on this bounce. Entry was pretty much right. Oh, let me zoom back in. Hold on. The entry on this trade was right over this red candle. So we start to bounce. We pull back. I get long as this candle starts to break over this 1 minute red candle. So I get long 100 shares at 179.52. Breaks up, gets up to 179.74. Kind of ho-humming along again. I end up closing out for like a $25 or $30 win. So nice small win. At this point, I was pretty much done trading for the day. Well, not necessarily. Let me rephrase that. At this point, yeah, on BABA, I had pretty much finished trading on the day, and we were supposed to have kind of one of our mentoring classes for the traders in our private group. I'm like, you know, I kind of want to stick around and watch BABA and AMD a little bit longer. So hopefully this you can see all this. Let me shrink that down. So I wanted to stick around a little bit longer and kind of watch some things. So I was really just kind of going over, showing people some trades, what you might expect things can happen on BABA. You can pretty much say that this whole area here was just a shit show. I ended up getting long 100 shares and taking it off, and then I fat fingered. And so this whole little like bunch of buys and sells here were somewhat accidental. There was a trade here of 200 shares where I got long pretty much over this candle high break, looking for another bounce, failed, ended up taking off for like a small $100 loss, okay? And the reason I wanted to buy the bounce there was simply because you can scroll over and you'll see that that was right at low a day. If I extend this to the left, you'll see there's a low a day. So we tried to bounce there, but pretty much failed to bounce, and I took those shares off for a small loss of 100 bucks. And then later, I took a small short here, see if we would have continuation through low a day, and I could feel that it wasn't going to move lower, so I ended up taking off for like a small one of 10 bucks, and then you can see we short squeeze and ended up bouncing from there. So those were all the trades on BABA, and ended up resulting in $284. So really pretty good trading on BABA up until that point. That was just kind of like doing some teaching, kind of showing some traders some things in the private group. So all that really in there wasn't designed or wasn't really meant to make a bunch of money, but more or less to try and get some small wins under the belt and kind of teach the class at the same time. Okay. Next trade would be on Pinterest. So Pinterest took a 4,000 share position, made $349. So the trade was right here. It's pretty straightforward. It's kind of like a little bit of a wedge snap trade. And so end up getting long here. You could argue that there's like a little bit of a mini bull flag. So I got long 2,000 shares on this candle at 20.47. And then another 2,000 shares we start to break over the trend here at 20.48. Was looking for it to kind of pop and squeeze up over the VWAP. And as it does, I sell 2,000 shares here on the top of this candle at 20.57. Sell another 1,500 shares here at 20.58. And then close out the full position on the way down here, resulting in a win of $349. And then the last thing I did was just recent. I did a couple trades here on Roku, nothing like too dramatic. So there was a $100 share short trade. We were just kind of, we were kind of bouncing, but there wasn't a whole lot of strength there. You could see the volume was kind of thin on this bounce. So I took a small short of 100 shares at 139.93 and ended up covering up those shares at 138.98, resulting in a win of about $90. And then we were over here later in the day, just off the VWAP, and I ended up taking a trade of like 50 shares. And then when I got in the trade, I'm like, I don't really feel like trading. And it ended up working out. I could have made money on it. But at this point, I'm like, I don't even know why I'm trading. There's no point. It was pretty much just me clicking buttons for no reason, just hanging around, watching the computer screen again for no reason. So I ended up taking a small trade of 50 shares. I think I lost like $5 and took it off. So we resulted ending the day with about $730 green on the day, which again is a great way to start Monday. And those were all the trades on the day. So pretty consistent today. I mean, all the losing trades were just kind of small little paper cuts here and there. But again, still having the wins bigger than the losses is how you remain to be profitable and have green days. And that's exactly what we did here today. So can't complain. It's a great way to start Monday and a great way to kind of kick off November. We did have a loss of about $160 on Friday, which would be the first day of November of last week. But this is our first full week of trading into November, and we're starting off on a good note nonetheless. So that's all we have for you guys today. Remember that we do these live trades and alert them in live time through voice and video streaming Monday through Friday, every single day of the week. So if you guys would like to join us and join into our trading team, feel free to do so in the description below. There's going to be a link to our website, and there's also a coupon code there for 20% off on any of the products you guys choose on our website. No pressure. And lastly, before I head out the door, just remember that Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself. All right, guys, everybody have a great day, and thank you guys for watching.